my story, everybody always says, hey, how Nighthawk get started, that sort of thing. And I always, they think, hey, was the mom and dad in the business? Hey, were you a shooter? How'd that happen? And to be honest with you, I've never dreamed of being the gun division. It was so far out of sight. I never really thought about it.
So this is kind of where it all started at. You see we got the group over here. Nighthawk's so cut up the way that it's set up that it doesn't seem like that many people, but there's right at 100 people.
I went to church with a couple guys,
30 gunsmiths.
And they worked at Wilson Combat. The only thing I knew about a Wilson Combat gun was I'd love to have one. That's all I knew about it. To be honest with you, when we started at Nighthawk, I didn't know the difference between a grip safety like gun safety, or what the slide stock was on 911, but I did know manufacturing. The day after church, hey, Mark, you need to come over, I'd like to talk to you. I said, sure. I don't even, most of the time I was always busy or working, but that day it worked. I think it was just part of God's plan. So we went over there, and I didn't even know what they wanted to talk to me about. 3 of us guys, maybe 4 of us was in there. And he said, what do you think about them in the gun business? I said, well, I don't know anything that's the gun business. That's the nice thing about not being really smart. So you just do it, and then you figure out a way to make it work.
If you develop these relationships,
Started out in a 16,800 worth of climate control building. You'll see some remnant, but you can tell what was stored back then in their original buildings.
When Nighthawk started, we came out with 2 models. It was the original Talon, and GRP was the original 2 models. Now we've got 40 or 45 different models. You customize anything you want. You can take a GRP and you can put wide cock serrations on it, front cock serrations, do bull barrel instead of bushing barrel. You can do recon rail. You can do different sight cuts. You can do stippling, all this different stuff.
I always talk about people have their gifts, when you see those gunsmiths, it's my dogs, it's amazing what they do.
Whenever I go shoot it, it'll kind of wear itself in a little bit more, make it a little flatter, make sure that leak is...
As I am going to create an environment, I'm going to cool, I would treat people like I love to be treated. I'm going to have their best tool, or I'm going to make it where hey, people are part of the atmosphere and part of it. It's what we do.
So I've already hand filed with a number 2 cut flat file. I've already went through, made my show lines on the slide here. All these different angles, I'm going to make a show line that matches the curvature of the slide. Like the sizes will be different sometimes. It really how my wrist like functions in that circle-y path that I do, because it could be smaller, could be bigger, but I've never made one that looked identically the same.
Ownership, I think it sets us totally apart from everything else. The guys take pride in that, and they get letters to us and say, hey, I want Bob, or I want David, or I want Joey, or I want Austin to build my gun again. That was the best I can ever had, and tell them safety, they would give them that, and I would stack them in the gorge or bench. That's the powder. That's what separates us, you know. Where a lot of companies are kind of saying, hey, how can I make this cheaper, where there's more profit, or where I can sell more. We're really committed to saying, hey, it's going to cost more, but it's going to be right, and it's going to have our name on it. You know, we were building guns the way everybody else was building guns, you know, assembly lines. Like Henry Ford told us he's the best thing and the most efficient thing, but when you get something that's super high quality, I could never figure out a way to do it any better than saying, hey, let's get one gunsmith to build a gun. And then that's where the one gun, one gunsmith came from.